reminisce. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Kenlo back at it again, and I just want to say that I am excited to be back on camera. I want to say thank you for all the love and support on the Kenlo show, and also during the pandemic, stay safe, take care of yourself, and remember to mask up. It's just like a condom, you don't want to go without it. But also, I want to announce that today is the first day of interviews during the spring and summer season of the Kenlo show, and we have Pat Malone.
What's up?
How you doing today, boo?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
And I brought him on today to talk about his art, to talk about how he contributes to the black community, and just to talk about what's going on in today's world. So what's been up? What's going on?
Nothing really. Most recent news is probably Beethoven.
Oh yeah.
My favorite.
He's black. We just found out he's black.
Loving that.
Okay.
To the fullest.
All right. And tell us all about you. Like, how do you contribute to the black community? Tell us about your art. Like, what is it that you do that makes your world go round?
Okay. So I work for Me Productions Incorporated, which is an award-winning advertising and marketing agency that mental health and wellness in black youth and black males mainly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of it is targeting towards like the oppression of how repressed black men have really been over the years, and like what their inabilities are, and like how to overcome stigmas and fight like the implicit biases of the world that has all come about. But yeah, so I feel like working there has been a great help in my contributions to the black community, for the fact that it is a black-owned business.
Like, how do you, what have you learned, and also how do you feel that the black community should contribute to mental health as well?
Actually, so it's a lot of it is like addressing the oppression against it, and like how much it isn't addressed in health issues on occasion, and we're trying to relieve that stigma of happening and stop that from happening. Basically with like the root of it all, which would be like training wise and understanding everything really about how black men were always treated.
So how do you feel about the world, what's going on there? How do you feel about that? With everything that has happened since George Floyd, even before him, so how is this making you feel, even working within the black business and also having black friends? Like, how is this making you feel as a white man?
It makes me feel really bad, honestly. It makes me feel like it's partially my fault, even though I personally have never actually like acted any type or sort of way towards any type of person of color. But it just, I don't know, I just still feel like it's like, I don't know, like granted it's not me specifically, but it is the people that also are like me kind of thing, that don't understand and don't see where it's wrong, where you guys are still humans, and where it just should not be so, what's the word I'm looking for?
You feel like it's normalized too much, like what's
Really. It's just it's just like everyone just makes it seem like it's like, oh, it's 5 seconds out of my day, it doesn't really make a big deal, like whatever, I'll make a look at somebody. No, it matters. Right. It really does matter. Like, people don't realize that at all, and like, I just, it's just beyond me sometimes. I'm like, I don't really get where people can put themselves in those types of positions and feel confident and like feel like they're right in any sense of matter, because like, no, that's literally just because of the way that you were brought up and the way that you think things should be. Like, everyone is different. Every place in this world is different. So, like, I don't know. No, it just doesn't work.
I totally understand. So, with your other white friends, like, how do you tell them how they should use their white privilege? Or do you ever have these conversations with them as well about their white privilege and how they should use it?
Recently with the coronavirus stuff, I haven't been with many of them.
Okay.
I only saw like one or two friends, and like we've been talking about it nonstop.
That's what's up. That's perfect.
Right. It's just it needs to be even talked about in closed corners too, for the fact that it's still bringing awareness, even to us two, or us three, however many people I'm with. It still is bringing awareness to everyone. I actually don't think I've talked to any friends on ways to use it. I think I just do the best of my own abilities. Like I said, going back to what I said before, everyone's different, so I don't really want to try and puppeteer everyone, really, because then it also kind of seems like fake, too. I want them to know this on their own so that they actually have a realization and they actually understand where everyone's coming from and why we are acting the way we are.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Now, my view on that, now, like I said, like, I love everybody. I grew up, learning that you should love everybody for who they are because they are different.
Right.
And me being a black woman, I also like to have these conversations with other white people that I know, not because I feel like it's their fault, but to understand that it's not your fault that your own people think this way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's a cycle, just like black people in their families go through cycles.
Right.
So it's like I feel like at the end of the day, what you're doing is great because you're in the black owned business. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. You know about black men struggling. You also know about black women struggling.
Right.
Because it's
my one coworker Shay, we're always telling each other's problems. Like she's always coming to me when she's going to her nieces and nephews, or like her sisters, or her mom, or her uncle, this, that, and the third. Like it's just great. We have a great.
And that's the thing. And I feel like, you being the face and saying this out loud, that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more white people to say these things. But we also need people like me to say, like, listen, yo, what we both going through is not our fault. Like, we gotta unlearn some things. We gotta teach other people some things. And while I'm here, I also want to say, like, the things that Pat is saying is true. Like, you should talk to your white friends. You should definitely understand, like, what black people are going through. Take time to learn about what's going on, So it's like, first and foremost, thank you. Like, thank you for definitely saying, speaking on it. But I also want to ask you, like, when, like, you're working every day, like, how do you feel? Like you told me you feel safe. Like, how is it working in there? Like, what's the environment? Like, how are you feeling?
It makes me feel really good to know that I'm doing my best that I know I can to help. I don't know any other way how to put it other than just feeling better. Not so much as like better than others, but just like better than I would if I wasn't doing something that's helping a cause that really matters right now.
Exactly. Yeah. And as we mentioned too about the looting as well, I also want to talk about that because that plays a part as well. But people gotta understand, like, when everything was going on, I'm not gonna say some, majority of black people felt away because black businesses were being attacked. But what other people also have to understand that black people and white people are looting because of what's been happening in America, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been oppressed. Like, these corporations left us out. Like, we just found out about Aunt Jemima. We literally just found out about Aunt Jemima. Like, and it's been so...
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was like, wait, what?
Like, even...
Wait, what? I thought that was a black company.
The Softy Melody, that's based off of a song.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah, like, it's a lot, like, and people aren't looting because, like, I gotta get this shit. No. Like, they're looting because we ain't got shit right now. Like, we're oppressed. We got shit going on. It's more than Corona. It's more than Corona right now. Like, and I get the people that saying all lives matter. Yes, they do. But Black lives matter. Black lives have to matter if all lives are going to matter. Like, and that's just period. Like, I hate to say that, but that's just period. Like,
can't have Black lives not mattering. That just sounded wrong.
No, I get what you're saying, but it's like if it's gonna be all, make sure black people are included.
Right.
Like, even people of color. Like, people of color, period. You know what I'm saying? It's just like...
Wait, even if you are saying all lives matter, hello, black people are being discriminated left and right and being oppressed. How is that them mattering? That's not them mattering.
Exactly.
That's why we need to bring... This is the whole purpose of Black Lives Matter, to bring awareness into how people fucking understand how shitty people feel and how shitty the black community feels. Like, that's not okay. How would you feel if you grew up learning that your family, your ancestors were chained and shackled in cages and treated like
shit? We gonna get to it. Treated like
absolute
shit. Like,
shit's an understatement, if anything.
Like,
Treated like fucking dirt underneath the ground. Dirt underneath the dead bodies in the ground. The fuck?
exactly. And I feel like, and I really feel like it takes our generation too to like speak on this. Like we have to talk about these things,
Right?
Especially what's going on in LGBTQ as well. Like there are black lives being taken inside the community. Like trans lives are being taken. Like, and they're black lives. It's just black lives, trans lives that are being taken. So it's like we have to talk about those people. We have to talk about our communities. We have to talk about the white community, the black community, every community, because it shouldn't be the white race or the black race or the Indian race, whatever. It should be just the human race. And if anybody never heard of Jane Elliott, you need to look her up, because she's going to tell it all. She's going to tell it all. But I just feel like having you here is such a blessing.
I'm honored.
It's such
Absolutely honored.
It's so refreshing to hear it from a white man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because this is what I've been asking for. This is what I want to hear. Like, I want to hear what is going on.
Right.
What is the black community doing? But what is the white community doing as well? So
right. The white community has to work hella harder at this point to get the fuck right.
That you're using your art to make a difference. That you're using your voice to make a difference.
Yeah.
That you physically got up, left your other job, got to a black business, and you're seeing how it really is. Like, and you don't understand how it makes me feel. Like, this is the first time in a long time that I never had this. Like, this is really an honor for me, and I'm just so glad that we're having this conversation.
You're honored, girl. I'm honored.
Like, and I'm just like, I'm glad that we're having this conversation, because we are the voice. We're literally the voice, like the action, the change. So, like, this your girl Kenlo back at it again. Like, I'm here with Pat Malone. Tell them where they can follow you.
At Pat Malone on Instagram.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know where to follow me, MySpace, if you will. It's like no art. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter at the Kenlo Show. Oh, on Twitter is actually Kenlo Rhoda, but actually on Instagram it is the Kenlo Show. So the Kenlo Show _ follow me. Look out for this interview. I understand Black lives do matter. All lives.
Fuck yeah.
All lives matter, but Black lives have to matter first. Period. And that's all, folks. An interview coming to
I second that.
Out my grapefruit truth, I dominate, break loose, giving Mike's ministerial cycles, streets disciple. I rock beats that's mega trifle and groove even smoother than.